And by the way, we're leading in Michigan by a lot. We're leading in Wisconsin by a lot. We're leading in Pennsylvania by a lot. But I'm not supposed to say that. Just forget it. Pretend it's close. Everybody has to. No, they're afraid that if you hear that, they're not going to vote.
Yeah, fingers crossed, I suppose, that Donald Trump, he has to tell them the truth, even if it might lead to some apathy, that he's up big in those 3 states, even though he's not. They're cheering in the audience. These are people who deeply care about the state of the election. They clearly must be looking at the polls. And by the way, I'm not discounting that Donald Trump could win. He 100% could. The election looks like a coin flip. But we have the polls in those states. And according to the New York Times, which just came out this morning, their final big poll of the election, which by the way, shows that nationally, this thing is neck and neck, which means in this poll, Donald Trump is doing better than he was just a week or 2 ago. He's gained several points.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
In the swing states, he mentioned Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, where he has to be honest with you. We're up big. No, you're down by less than a point. Again, fine. If it might lead to some apathy, lie to your base. They deserve to pay some sort of political, punishment for the fact that they enthusiastically gobble up your lies. It's just not true. This thing is neck and neck, and that should be enough to make people worried. I don't understand why, as a reflex, he has to lie about literally everything. It would be pragmatic to come out and be like, you know what, we've been campaigning hard and there's a lot of people who support our movement, but I'm looking at the polls and it's still super close, so everyone get out there. Of course, the reason he's doing what does not seem to be pragmatic is when I say it would be pragmatic to be honest, I mean it would be pragmatic if your goal was to literally win the vote. If instead it was to convince tens of millions of people that we were up big, and if we lose, that means something fishy happened. That's the strategy that he seems to be pursuing, getting them to, under no circumstances, accept even a narrow Harris win. Right, what do you think?
The thing that is so frustrating is all the tenets that I adhere to and gravitate back toward and are really kind of the haplessness I feel is that all the things that are very American about how our process should be, Donald Trump's doing the opposite of that. He's the definition of America used to be honest, work hard, do your best, and get your voice out there and it'll be heard and made into law, and that'll govern it. And then we have these certain governing principles from the Constitution. Donald Trump is just lying. He's just seeing what he can get away with. That's his definition of America. Who cares about the rules that you have to play by, that I have to play by? Who cares about the law? I'm just going to break them and see if I get away with it. And the people that just are greedy that support him, and I'm not talking about his supporters at all, that anyone who would be caught dead at that rally except on stage. All those supporters are the people who are playing by the rules, but they get to vicariously see this guy who breaks them and gets ahead, not realizing that the thing that has always allowed him to get ahead is the fact that he was born with $400 million in his pocket. That's the only difference. And there's this vicarious aspirational, I can be the person I want to be. That's America to me. I don't know what to do except play by the same lack of rules that he plays by. Get a bunch of bots, tell a bunch of lies, get out there and impugn the system and just pretend that you won if you lost.
Yeah.
That's just so un-American to me. I feel helpless.
Yeah, I mean, we sometimes disagree on things, but I have no interest in the Democrats doing literally any of this. I just don't want anyone to do this, even to people that I disagree with on virtually everything in terms of politics and values. I the people at a Trump rally, I probably agree with on very little. And yet, in an abstract sense, I hate that this has been done to them and continues to be done to them. We all deserve more. We deserve better than this. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.